good morning, ADD family. How is everyone doing this morning? It is Monday morning, Halloween. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for watching my videos. Support. Please like, follow, share, subscribe. Tell your family, your grandma, your grandpappy, who and whatever. I could use you guys' help. Do it if you feel obliged. If not, not that big a deal. So, there's a lot of this Kanye Yeezy going around. Figure's only fair to put in my 2 cents. And what's really pissing me off about all this, I don't give a crap about Kanye. As far as I'm concerned, he could be the top shoe salesman in the world. Don't bother me either way. I don't care. What's really bothering me and pissing me off is this whole Jew thing. Let's get something straight. He's blaming this on Jews, anti-Semitic march, etc. There's a lot of people that don't know much about any of these conspiracies. There's a whole boatload of people out there that don't even know anything about conspiracies and what goes on behind closed doors. Most of all you that watch me know and are up to speed on a lot of the stuff that goes on. What goes on behind closed doors, Freemasonry, all this kind of stuff, Satan worship, it's all interconnected, okay? So, people are saying all the Jews are set. Let's get something straight. I'm a Jew, so I can speak on this. I can represent and such. The people that Kanye is talking about, they're not Jews, okay? Let's get it straight. A lot of the Illuminati family members that go way back, they've changed their names and they hide things and they hide their business, okay? Rothschilds, for instance. Before Rothschild's name, whatever it was, a lot of Jewish families. Doesn't mean Jews run the world, run the Illuminati, are all evil. It's a bunch of hunk of crap, okay? There again, I'm Jewish, so I know a lot about this.
In 2 miles, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 106 for State Highway 316.
The people they're talking about are not Jews, okay? They're Satan worshipers, masking, hiding behind Judaism, okay? That's what it is. It don't matter if you're Jewish, pretend to be Christian, pretend to be atheist, pagan, whatever. These people that the world supposedly thinks it runs and rules the world, they're not Jews, okay? They're the cabal. They're Satan worshipers. They hide behind it. Just like a lot of anybody that hides, that has a deeper ulterior motive. And their ulterior motive is to enslave all of us, okay? So Kanye's not going against the system. It may seem that way. He's doing what his rulers and his handlers want him to do. They want to cause strife. They want us to rebel. They want to keep division and racism alive. And he's doing it. He's their freaking puppet, okay? So there's nothing honorable about what he's doing. He's a attention-seeking narcissist. A lot of people don't know he sacrificed his mother for fame and riches. This is a fact, okay? I argue with people over this. I get people all the time that, are stunned and don't want to believe it, and damn near might as well call me a liar, okay? I've got nothing to hide, nothing to lie about. It's very easy to find these things out. He's not a genius. He's a fucking idiot, okay? How smart do you have to be to murder your own mother for fame and money, okay? He's a lowlife scumbag, okay? So pass the word around. Don't let this piece of shit be looked at like he's, like he's doing something wonderful for the world. He's a dirtbag, okay? his handlers and people that run him behind the scenes are having all this come out and doing this all for a reason, because they're doing so much in the background. This is the bread and circus. This is the show that they give us to keep us distracted from what's really going on, the real issues in the world, what's really going down. I suggest you to check out some of these channels that I tell you about. They have a lot of this pegged, okay? And I have some stories, and I don't know if other people have seen and know this, but let me go ahead and put it out there. Obviously, a lot of people don't. This is the first time they'll hear when I say something. So I got two different ones. I watched this religious sermon guy the other night, and there was this girl in particular trying to get out of the satanic temple, okay? She was born into whatever. They used her, and they put demons and stuff in these people, all this, okay? This is fact. I double checked to find out. There was this girl in particular who was wanting help, looked and seeking help, okay? And Anton LaVey was her handler, okay? She was in his thing, in his satanic set or whatever. He wanted her bad. She was getting away. There were preachers and religious people trying to help her and get her astray. She was filled with demons. You can fact check this, and it's gonna sound like bullshit. I promise you, I got no reason to lie. So if you don't know, maybe you know, you don't know, you can do astral projection, out-of-body experiences. This is satanic practice, okay? It happens to people that are not satanic. It can happen to you. You can practice and make this happen now, okay? Astral projection, out-of-body experiences. This is dealing with devils and demons and etc.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto Sugarloaf Parkway. Signs for Gwinnett Center and Arena.
Anton LaVey went in the astro world to get her. First he went and he actually was in her whatever, and she was at a place and was doing all this crazy stuff, right? They could tell, she was
1,000 feet, turn right onto Lakes Parkway.
She was possessed, okay? So they wanted her bad. So Anton LaVey went in the spiritual realm, in whatever you want to call it, and went and got into her, okay? He went one night and went and got into her. He was in the astro world, okay? When you're out of body now, out of body experience.
On Lakes Parkway for 1.5 miles.
He went for her, and he was out of his body, and they prayed and they prayed, and they were doing all these super powerful prayers, all these, like I said, you'd have to hear the story, but I'm giving you the gist of it. They prayed and for her protection, had a protection and all this kind of stuff. These were, trained professionals that are into this kind of stuff, when you take over by exorcisms and all that kind of stuff. He was out of his body. He went in to dwell in this woman, and when he did, they prayed, and they prayed for the hedges of protection, and he died. He had a heart attack and heart complications, and he died. There again, look this up. While he went like I said, into the astral world, he died. He had a heart attack. They prayed. They made it happen. How or what else? The man that tells the stories, Christian, you can tell. I did a little thumping, looking on him to find him elsewhere. These people don't lie, okay? Satan and satanic people lie. Christians, people that believe in Jesus and our Heavenly Father, I happen to be one of them. We know we can't lie. It's something I battle with, so we do our best not to lie. But people, on the other hand, they're more likely to hear lies. So this guy was not lying, and like I said, Anton LaVey went in the spiritual world to go get this girl, and while he was at a body and they prayed him, he had a heart attack and died, okay? Fact. Go look that up. Pretty amazing, okay? Another one. And Dixer from Dublin, you're probably going to know this. Most of us Americans won't know this kind of stuff, okay? The Queen, they're over where the Queen is. They have a bunch of black crows, okay, that are all around the property. Maybe I discussed this. I'm not sure if I did, if I even told this or not. I saw this video of this lady. They have a bunch of, and I looked into it and found out she was correct. They've, black crows, they use them for, demonic, whatever, indwelling, you see what I'm saying? Black crows.
Continue on Atkinson Road Northwest for 3/4 of a mile.
There was this king that he was supposedly a giant, okay? This king way back when said, I want you to cut off my head and bury it and put my soul or my whatever into these black crows. So they're big on these black crows around the Queen's palace, right? If one dies, they replace it. They never leave. They're part of their satanic practices and prayers and all that, okay? Black crows. You can look this up and fact check me. I just found this out when I heard this lady's video. So these black crows started going away when the Queen died. They, way back when, a king said, cut my head off, and buried his head. And his head, I guess he was a giant, had some kind of, whatever, satanic prayer, whatever, whatnot, through him dying. This is not what I believe. This is the story. So this head has been protecting, that area for all this time, this dead giant's head, okay? And you can fact check me, you go look this up yourself. And all these black crows have been around over and over, protecting. They say when the black crows, if they were to ever disappear, then they would be at their weakest. See what I'm saying? Their arms, their head of protection would be down, because all this demonic energy and stuff invests in these black crows, which have been swarming around the castle forever and a day. And I just found this out myself recently. So it's kind of neat. So these black crows have always been around. There again, they don't leave. They have to stay close. And if one leaves, they replace it, or they do all kind of stuff. They do everything they can, and they keep a certain amount of number of black crows there all the time. Well, something happened here recently, and it's the first time in like forever and a day, okay? So I figured that's worth putting out there as well. in the whatchamacallit, in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, maybe I talked about this. The evil queen had Snow White captive, had a skeleton in the room, and there was a black crow that always came around, that sat on the skeleton, on the skull. That's the skull that I'm talking about in the story. So Snow White has to do with all this kind of stuff. Very interesting story to go along with it. Snow White had 7 dwarfs. The 7 dwarfs were all like the 7 chakras. They all represented some. One was sleepy, hungry, whatever. And so they were male energy. She was female energy. And so, like I said, the skull in the movie, that skull, and the crow that goes on top of the skull. You can go back now that I've mentioned it and see what I'm talking about. That's representing of that, okay? And there again, the Snow White, the whole thing is all occult practice, ideology, all that. So Kanye West is no more of a genius than a retard, okay? Think about that. You kill your mom for fame? You call that a genius? I call that scum. That's low life. That's dirtbag. It's complete filth. What do you guys think?
Turn left onto Lakes Parkway.
Comment, share, like. working on some things. I'm not gonna even speak on stuff until I'm more certain that it's happening, okay? But all I can tell you is I'm trying my damnedest on different levels and publications. I'm getting a lot of attention from all different platforms. Instagram, TikTok. I get a lot of traffic over there, way more than YouTube for some reason. So I'm just keeping you up to speed what I'm on working on. And there again, I'm in the midst of trying to make some things happen. I'm trying to pull together how I can come up with the resources and produce my own documentary, actually more of a story on my life and all the coincidences. I think it's worth putting in a book. Tell me your opinion. Like, share, comment, middle finger, butt cheeks, moon me, shine me, spoon me, all that. Love you guys. Talk later. Shout out to Big Lance. If Big Lance, you don't happen to hear this or not, we still got dudes that are fighting addiction, and I see that, and it kind of helps me, truthfully tell you the truth. Like I feel like thank God I'm past that. I don't even know the person I was when I used to shoot up. Like, those are two different people. I wasn't myself during those days, really wasn't. I care about people and animals and all that, and during those days I cared about me and only me, and I'm ashamed for it, but I'm reminded of this, especially hearing and watching Big Lance. I relapsed.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Riverside Park.
I haven't relapsed, thank God, and I don't plan to. Stay ADD.